The Honourable Member for Huon.
Thank you, Mr. President. Keen-eyed honourable members of this House may have noticed a slight but unusual growth of facial hair to the honourable member for Elwick and, of course, myself. I can reassure honourable members that this is entirely seasonal, but also for a very good cause. It's not intended to be fashionable, although my 4-year-old son... I'm sorry?
Thank goodness for that.
It's not intended to be entirely fashionable, although my 4-year-old son said just last night, "Oh, Dada, now you look like a real man." It's the season of Movember. Every year since 2003, men around the world grow moustaches to raise awareness on men's health issues. And although we've done this now for every year for a month, for well over a decade, our work is nowhere near to be done. That's why, in 2020, we are doing it again. Movember is quintessentially Australian, conceived by Melburnians Travis Garone and Luke Slattery in 2003. It has now become a fixture in the health awareness calendar worldwide. Back in 2003, though, the two friends inspired others to charge $10 for growing a mole for 1 month in order to raise funds for prostate cancer awareness. They found 30 of their friends daring to grow a mole. The next year, they already had 450 mole brothers. They raised $54,000. In 2005, over 9,000 mole brothers raised $1.2 million. The following year, the Movember Foundation was set up as a registered charity. The official tagline, "Changing the Face of Men's Health," soon resonated internationally. The campaign was launched in New Zealand, in the UK, and in Spain. To this date, there are active campaigns in 21 countries worldwide. Movember has raised over $730 million and funded over 1,000 men's health programs. Honourable members, growing a mole is prickly yet fun. Talking about men's health issues is actually neither. We can have a laugh about how somebody looks, but we all turn quite sombre once we look at the statistics on men's health in Australia and in our state in particular. And it's not all about cancer and cancer awareness. Coronary heart disease remains the leading cause of death for males by far. Males feel invincible, even on a bad day. A good dose of male optimistic bias means that going to the doctor to have a heart check is just not something my species considers necessary. Men literally need to be dragged into the doctor's office, often by their partners, friends, their parents, and increasingly by their concerned children. The life expectancy of a boy born in regional Tasmania is now 79.2 years. It is the second lowest in the country. Yet if you were born in Hobart, your life expectancy is an extra year. Not too bad for a slightly different postcode in the same state. But the gap is actually widening based on the most recent data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics, just released last month. Compare that further to the life expectancy of a boy born in East Melbourne. It's actually an extra 5 years, just like that. If you want to see hard proof of health inequality, here it is. Black on white, hard data. But I'm not here to accept the status quo, though. I will not accept that we can't overcome, or at least mitigate, the complex social determinants of health in our state. For that, we have our work cut out. For that, we have to prioritize health on a policy and political level. Currently, we do neither. Health budgets have become sandpits for creative accountants. Health policies have been written by spin doctors rather than real doctors. Healthcare has become transactional. The needs of the patient are no longer at the center. It's about the headline in the media, not the accomplished health outcome. We are failing Tasmanians, and we are failing men in particular. And this becomes even clearer when we look at suicides in Tasmania. Over 350 suicides were reported over 5 years from 2012. 4 times as many Tasmanian men died by suicide compared to women, and the highest rate was among those aged 45 to 54 years. But it's not only about adult men. Suicide is the leading cause of death in teenagers and young men between the age of 15 to 24 years. Imagine a young life lost. At what stage are we getting serious about what our priorities are? At what stage are we getting serious about what matters to our communities? Mr. President, I will continue to raise awareness on health issues and health inequalities. Every November from this year on, and for as long as I'm in Parliament, I'll grow a mole and update this chamber on the progress we have made in our state, and progress we will have to make. So I'd like to thank the honourable members for Hobart and McIntyre for also supporting the cause through a generous donation this year.
I just want some friends.
And, of course, I gently encourage other honourable members of this chamber to follow their example. It's for a good cause. It's for a necessary cause. Let's make this work together. Thank you.